Arman Tsarukyan didn't just send a warning to Ilia Topuria, he promised to cut El Matador's face open, and the crazy part is that this might actually be the fight that explodes the entire lightweight division, and I'll show you exactly how it all spirals out of control if you keep watching.
I said, yes, coach, no problem. And like in 5 seconds, I just, boom, you know. He just came, hugged me, and then he's saying this is a slap. If it was a slap, I'm not man anymore. If he slapped me while I'm laughing, what are you talking about? I could kill him there right away. Like, when we don't have that problem between us, it's just a trash talk and make fight more interesting, you know. And we're all fighters, and of course I want to beat him, he wants to beat me, and we hate each other, but the fight, when his fight is done, I'm good.
Arman snaps first, claiming Hooker's headbutt flipped a switch in his brain, and even though his coach begged him to stay calm, he admits he detonated anyway, abandoning the plan the second emotions took over. But here's the twist. In 20 seconds, I'll reveal the one thing Arman regrets even more than reacting to Hooker.
That was my fault. That was a big mistake. I shouldn't do that, but you can control yourself, you know. Especially me, I don't know, yeah, on my mind, okay, I'm going there and be quiet. Coach said, be quiet, no emotion, just go there, stay. Don't even try to push him or to show emotional. Yes, I said, yes, coach, no problem. And
Arman says he doesn't need flexibility to kick Ilia because Ilia is short, practically inviting an upkick to the face. But taller guys like Oliveira and Hooker force him to reinvent his body. So now he's grinding yoga, stretching daily, and turning himself into a sniper who can kick upward at any angle. And in less than 1 minute, I'll tell you why this new flexibility specifically terrifies Topuria's camp.
For Ilia, I don't need even flexibility to throw that upkick. It's easier. He's too short, you know, but Oliveira and Hooker is too long. That's why I was doing a lot of yoga stuff to get more flexibility.
Ariel Helwani jumps in saying nothing is official, no one is locked in, and Paddy isn't ahead of Arman. It's just a timing crisis with UFC promotions breathing down Ilia's neck. His solution is ruthless. Put Arman front row, point at him, and declare him next in line to erase all confusion. Keep watching, because later I'll expose the real reason Helwani believes Arman and Ilia's first stare down will be pure chaos.
I am not saying that Paddy deserves this more than Arman, but I'm just saying because he hasn't fought, because Ilia hasn't fought, and I suspect they want to get into a training camp. If they haven't even started one already, I suspect they're going to want to announce this, get rolling with the promotion. There's a lot of history there.
Arman says he's quiet by nature, but if someone tries to intimidate him, he reacts instantly, which is why the first seconds of any face-off feel like a grenade about to blow. And against Ilia, he says that risk multiplies because both men refuse to blink, breathe, or give an inch.
It's like automatically, you know, I cannot control myself first 5-10 seconds. That's why it's a little bit dangerous. On my mind, yeah, I'm super quiet, but someone when try to scare me, you know, or to show some crazy things, and I'm going crazy so fast.
Arman also praises Hooker for staying respectful like a real professional, saying he could have faked injury, taken a paycheck, and walked away, but instead faced him like a man. He said that integrity earned his respect, which is wild considering minutes earlier they were one move away from a fight-ending brawl.
I was surprised how Dan Hooker is a man. He could just say, you know, guys, I got hurt, just give me my money, I'm gonna get ready for the next one, you know. That's why he has a balls, and I really appreciate it. He's not like a pussy, and he's a real deal, you know. And he said, I like it what Arman did. I was super happy that he stayed like a man.
When Helwani asked if he deserves the title shot, Arman fires back with absolute certainty, yes, and says the entire world would laugh at the UFC if they gave the fight to anyone else. He beat Hooker, he earned #1, and he refuses to let someone with fake rankings jump the line.
Do you think you will be next for Ilia Topuria? Do you think you convinced the UFC to give you the next shot at him?
It's 100% gotta be me. It no way they can give petty people a fight. Everybody gonna laugh at them because I'm #1 contender. I proved it again, and what do they want from me, you know? And I went there, performed, just destroyed Dan Hooker, and they wanna put the guy who is fake making ranked.
Meanwhile, Ilia Topuria reveals he has received 0 official contact, 0 updates, 0 names, and 0 confirmation of anything. No matchup, no call, no schedule. He insists the opponent depends on mutual interest, and out of nowhere he drops the name Paddy, saying he's still in his mind.
Apretando, diciendo, a ver, a mí me gustaría que peleara Ilia Topuria en el primer trimestre de 2026. Hay nuevo contrato con Paramount y quieren poner a las mayores estrellas.
Sí, eso lo dijo.
Dijo, le preguntaron concretamente en una rueda de prensa y le dijeron, ¿puede ser, hay probabilidades de que Ilia Topuria pelee en enero? Y dijo, hay probabilidades.
Bueno, de momento la verdad que no he tenido ningún tipo de acercamiento de parte de la UFC. No me han dicho nada sobre ningún combate, así que no tengo nada en el horizonte. Me puedo intuir cosas, como siempre, y también depende de mí, ¿no? Con quién quiera combatir, y al final se ponen los intereses de las dos partes.
Ilia then shifts into philosopher mode, claiming his mission goes beyond divisions or belts. He wants MMA to grow worldwide, become cultural, and reach people who don't even watch fights. He says he wants the sport to evolve into something bigger than violence, something inspiring. But don't blink, because in 30 seconds I'll show you how this same mindset could delay the title fight longer than anyone expects.
Yo, mira, pues tengo a Paddy en la mente. Me gustaría pelear con Paddy si es que no me dejan subir en peso welter para pelear con Islam, porque el combate que realmente me gustaría tener es en contra de Islam en la tercera categoría. Pero bueno, vamos a ver, a lo mejor hago un combate y después en verano hay alguna fecha en la que sí que me dejen subir de categoría y pueda pelear por el tercer cinturón.
Arman versus Ilia is the #1 fight in the lightweight division. And dare I say, it's close to as big as Paddy versus Ilia, given how popular Arman is getting in that part of the world, and just how good he looked in this fight. And so I say, if we're not doing it on January 24th, and it sounds at least as of now that we're not, scrap those plans. Ilia, Arman, Paddy, Gaethje. What do you say?
El tema aquí siempre está en empujar el deporte y el que el deporte siga creciendo y no las divisiones, ¿no? Sino en que sea algo más general. Yo creo que va a tener un impacto muy positivo en el deporte, que va a ayudar al crecimiento, que es lo que se está buscando, y puede atraer un nuevo público y realmente trascender más allá del deporte.
First thing you see is him carving up a camel. This guy's carving up a camel in the aftermath, looking like he just went to the gym, hair all coiffed to the side. He's got pomade in there. I don't know what he's got. But who eats camel? Have you guys ever eaten camel before?
Never had, but I'd try it. Yeah, I'm down.
Yo, I would
I'm
never
down for
try.
some camel.
Look at this guy, just eating it.
What is it that you don't like about the camel?
I find camels to be just a little bit dirty. I don't know.
Dirty? You think the chickens and the
are cows and chickens are?
I didn't know you could eat camel.
Ariel Helwani returns, saying Arman versus Ilia is the lightweight fight, as big as Ilia versus Paddy, and maybe even bigger than anything Gaethje brings to the table right now. He highlights Arman's regional star power, massive momentum, and undeniable performance. Then he casually mentions Arman's luxury lifestyle, the cars, the travel, the food, saying fans love seeing that softer, funnier side outside the cage.
Eating another delicacy. Da-da-da-da-da. Just a little McDo on the plane. Why do we love the food content so much with Arman? Can I just say,
Who the fuck is we?
I think I'm the only one on the team that actually is loving this right now.
Yeah, that's right. No, I actually do love this. The McDonald's on the PJ is a big.
Kale Sonnen chimes in with chaos, saying rumors of a January lightweight title fight mean the UFC needs Ilia's opponent **, now **, but it's unclear whether that's Arman, Paddy, or Gaethje. He says UFC must announce the contender publicly to avoid total confusion. But here's the wild part. Sonnen warns that if Arman fights in January, Paddy and Gaethje will be stuck with empty calendars and no dance partners.
But you also have to pick one, and there's a rumor, and the rumor is that in January on Paramount for their debut, they're going to contest the lightweight championship of the world, which means Ilia Topuria will be there, which means Ilia needs an opponent. Now, while we understand that Tsarukyan's in front of everybody else, does that mean he's just in front, period? For example, of Paddy, for example, of Gaethje. And when Tsarukyan comes, and see the big chance to answer this question and not have to make it a mess, is you just make that announcement, you make that decision, and you put it out publicly prior to this fight.
Because after Arman Tsarukyan basically, well, beating Dan Hooker's ass inside the cage and out, it seems to everybody but Paddy Pimblett that, yeah, you know, this is a fight to make. But who knows, with Paddy Pimblett this week managing to cockroach his way into the top 5 for doing literally nothing. And thanks to Justin Gaethje making it clear that he's going to retire because he's not going to get a title shot he doesn't deserve, Paddy Pimblett probably going to end up ranked number 4.
Daniel Cormier enters swinging, calling Paddy a rising star, but insisting the 2 best lightweights alive are Arman Tsarukyan and Ilia Topuria, undisputed, especially with Islam moving to welterweight. DC says this is the fight the division has to make, not for hype, but for the hierarchy of the sport.
Could definitely make it to the arena in January, and if he does, it does leave Paddy the baddie, and it leaves Justin Gaethje both with nothing to do.
YouTuber JG to blast Paddy for doing nothing, yet somehow landing in the top 5 while everyone except Paddy knows a fight with Arman is inevitable. He says Gaethje's retirement guarantees Paddy climbs the rankings for free, possibly ending up number 4 without earning it. He says Arman versus Ilia is massive. Armenians, Georgians, haters, believers, a civil war inside the lightweight division. He jokes Paddy might even be number 1 by the time it's all over without lifting a finger.
Either of those, when you got the 2 best guys in the division, you got the Armenians on one side, you got the Georgians on the other, you got the Ilia haters on one side, you got the Ilia sexuals on the other. This fight couldn't get any bigger, and the potential is endless. I mean, this fight could be as big as, you know, maybe Paddy Pimblett is by the time he's front row watching. And on top of all that, Paddy might even be ranked number 1 for doing literally nothing by the time the fight ends, ready for the champion. And we can sit here and break down how the fight goes, but we'll cross that bridge when I make my awful prediction video the week of. The answer for the question that we're actually looking for here is what happens if Arman Tsarukyan wins? And well, I guess, you know, Ilia Topuria, Makhachev would just, I guess it won't happen.
And here's the final punchline. If Arman wins the belt, JG2 says Islam won't even get a say, meaning the entire Dagestani power structure collapses instantly. So drop your thoughts in the comments. Will Arman's brutal threat force the UFC to finally lock in Ilia Topuria? Is this the spark that ignites the biggest lightweight showdown of the era? Or is this just the first shot in a war that's only beginning? Hit like and subscribe.